So you want to own a golf course, not just play one, not just ride around in a cart pretending the cart path rules are suggestions. Own one. A beautiful stretch of land with rolling fairways, trimmed greens, sand traps, water hazards, a clubhouse, a pro shop, maybe a restaurant, and somewhere in the distance, a very expensive machine quietly cutting grass that will need to be cut again almost immediately. From the outside, a golf course looks peaceful. From the owner's office, it looks like 150 acres of grass sending you invoices. Because owning a golf course is not really about golf. It is about land, water, weather, maintenance, memberships, food service, events, payroll, real estate, and convincing people to spend 4 hours missing a small white ball in a pleasant environment. Which, to be fair, is a stronger business model than it sounds. A golf course is basically 3 businesses stacked on top of each other. First, it is a sports facility. People pay green fees, buy memberships, rent carts, book tee times, take lessons, and play tournaments. Second, it is a hospitality business. There is usually a clubhouse, a bar, a restaurant, a pro shop, weddings, banquets, corporate events, and private parties. And third, it is a real estate asset. The land itself may be the most valuable thing you own, especially if the course sits near a growing city, where developers look at fairways and see future townhomes. That is the strange tension at the heart of golf course ownership. The land is valuable because it is open, green, and peaceful. But it may be even more valuable if someone covers it in driveways. So how much does it cost to buy one? The range is massive. A small public course in a rural area might sell for under $1 million, especially if it is struggling, outdated, or sitting in a market where demand is weak. A decent course near a city can cost several million. A high-end private club, resort course, or course attached to luxury real estate can cost tens of millions or more. But the purchase price is only the beginning. That sounds great. Until members remember they are paying all of that money and begin having opinions. Many opinions. About the greens, the tee times, the restaurant, the dress code, the bunkers, the pace of play, the parking lot, the price of a sandwich. Owning a private club means your customers are also emotionally invested shareholders, except they do not technically own the business and still want to speak to someone immediately. Then there are tournaments and outings. Corporate events can be excellent revenue. A company books the course, brings clients or employees, buys food, rents carts, sponsors holes, and spends money in one organized wave. Weddings and banquets can also be important. In some cases, the clubhouse earns as much from events as the course earns from golf. This is why some golf course owners are quietly in the event business. The golf is outside. The margins might be inside. The pro shop adds another layer. Clubs, balls, gloves, hats, shirts, shoes, and branded merchandise. The restaurant and bar add food and beverage revenue. Lessons and clinics bring in beginners. Leagues help fill weekday tee times. Simulators can extend the season in colder markets. The smartest courses do not rely on one source of income. They stack revenue wherever they can. Because the expenses are relentless. Payroll is significant. You need grounds crew, pro shop staff, cart attendants, mechanics, restaurant staff, kitchen staff, event coordinators, managers, teaching pros, cleaners, and seasonal workers. Insurance is another cost. So are property taxes, utilities, equipment leases, loan payments, repairs, marketing, software, licenses, and renovations. And then there are capital projects. A new irrigation system, a rebuilt green, a clubhouse renovation, a cart path repair, a drainage upgrade, a parking lot resurfacing. Every golf course eventually asks its owner for a large amount of money in the tone of an emergency. So, can you make money? Yes, but not automatically. A well-run course in a strong market can be profitable. The best ones understand who they serve. Public courses need volume, good pricing, easy booking, decent pace of play, and strong casual appeal. Private clubs need exclusivity, service, conditions, community, and a reason for members to keep paying year after year. Resort courses need tourists, packages, hotels, restaurants, and destination appeal. Struggling courses usually have the opposite problem: too much land, too much maintenance, too little demand, too many deferred repairs, not enough golfers, and a clubhouse that looks like it was last updated when khaki was a business strategy. The biggest risk is that golf courses are expensive to fix and hard to shrink. If a restaurant has a bad year, it can cut hours, simplify the menu, or reduce staff. A golf course cannot decide to maintain only 11 holes and hope no one notices. So, should you own a golf course? Only if you love the business as much as the scenery, because a golf course is not a passive investment. It is hospitality, agriculture, sports, food service, land management, and weather anxiety arranged around 18 small holes in the ground. The dream is that you own a peaceful place where people come to relax. The reality is that you own grass, water, machinery, members, geese, weddings, and a fleet of carts that somehow break in new and creative ways. A golf course looks calm from the parking lot. That is the trick. It is working the entire time. Because you are not just buying a business, you are buying a living surface that reacts badly to neglect. A normal business can have a slow month and wait. A golf course cannot. The grass still grows. The irrigation still needs repairs. The greens still need care. The bunkers still need raking. The carts still break. The clubhouse still needs staff. The restaurant still needs inventory. Even when no one is playing, the course is operating. It is just doing it silently, outdoors, and at great cost. The most important person at many golf courses is not the owner. It is the superintendent. The superintendent manages the condition of the course, the turf, the irrigation, the equipment, the chemicals, the mowing schedule, the drainage, the greens, the fairways, and the quiet war against nature. Golfers may not know who the superintendent is, but they absolutely know when that person has had a bad week. The greens are where the business lives or dies. People will forgive an average clubhouse. They will forgive a limited food menu. They may even forgive a slightly grumpy starter, because every golf course seems legally required to have one. But they will not forgive bad greens. If the greens are slow, patchy, diseased, or inconsistent, golfers notice immediately. Then they tell everyone. Golfers are very calm people until a putt does something unexpected, at which point they become forensic investigators. That means maintenance is not optional. It is the product. A typical course needs mowers, utility vehicles, irrigation systems, sand, seed, fertilizer, pesticides, fuel, repair shops, storage buildings, and skilled staff. Equipment alone can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it does not become cheaper because the owner had a dream. Then there is water. Golf courses need a lot of it, especially in dry climates. Some use wells, some use ponds, some use municipal water, some use reclaimed water. Some spend huge amounts building irrigation systems that move water across the property like a private weather department. Water costs can make or break the business. Too little water and the course suffers. Too much rain and no one plays. The perfect golf course owner wants sunshine, but not drought. Rain, but not during tee times. Warm weather, but not extreme heat. Mild winters, no flooding. No disease, no wind complaints, no surprise geese. So basically, they would like to own the atmosphere. Revenue comes from several places. Daily green fees are the simplest. A golfer books a round, pays to play, maybe rents a cart, buys a drink, loses 3 balls, and goes home convinced the next round will be different. Memberships can create more stable income, especially at private or semi-private clubs. Members pay annual dues, initiation fees, locker fees, cart fees, food minimums, and sometimes assessments for major projects.